Before I dive into this, I want to be upfront about something. A lot of content on this topic treats signs as if they're guaranteed proof that something specific is about to happen externally. Numbers, animals, coincidences that supposedly confirm your manifestation is imminent. I'm not going to present it that way, because that would be misleading. What I can honestly walk you through is what actually tends to shift internally, based on real psychological patterns and Neville Goddard's actual teaching. When someone's belief has genuinely settled into place, these are real, observable internal shifts, not mystical guarantees about timing. Let's start with the most important reframe here. The real sign that matters isn't something happening outside of you. It's something happening inside you. Neville consistently taught that once you've genuinely assumed a new state, once you've actually shifted your underlying belief rather than just wishing for an outcome, your internal relationship to that desire changes in specific, noticeable ways. These internal shifts are the most honest, most reliable indicators worth paying attention to, far more than external coincidences that could easily be interpreted however you want them to be. The first genuine internal shift worth understanding is a change in urgency. When you're still operating from lack, from doubt, from anxious wanting, there's usually a felt sense of desperation attached to your desire, a need for it to happen soon, a restlessness around not yet having it. One of the clearest internal indicators that your assumption has genuinely shifted is when that urgency starts to soften. Not because you've given up caring, but because you've moved into a calmer, more settled relationship with the desire, closer to quiet expectation than anxious need. Let's talk about why this matters so much. If you're still checking obsessively, still feeling that tight, urgent pull every time you think about your desire, this is actually useful information. It tells you the underlying assumption of lack is still dominant, and genuine belief hasn't fully settled in yet. This isn't a failure. It's simply accurate feedback about where you currently stand in the process. Information you can use rather than something to feel discouraged by. The second genuine shift is a change in how you talk about the desire, even in casual conversation. When belief is still shaky, people tend to talk about their desire in tentative, hopeful language. I'm hoping this works out. We'll see what happens. As genuine assumption settles in, the language naturally shifts toward more assumed, matter-of-fact phrasing, without you necessarily forcing it consciously. This shift in language isn't a magic indicator on its own, but it does tend to reflect an actual underlying shift in how settled the belief has become, since we generally speak from whatever state we're actually holding, whether we're aware of it or not. The third genuine shift, and this one is particularly important, is a reduction in the need for external reassurance. When you're anxiously hoping for something, you often find yourself needing validation, other people's opinions, additional signs, additional confirmation, because the underlying belief isn't yet stable enough to hold on its own. As genuine assumption strengthens, this need for external reassurance tends to lessen, because the certainty is coming from an internal settled place, rather than requiring constant external confirmation to feel secure in it. Let's talk honestly about why these internal shifts matter far more than external coincidences that get labeled as signs elsewhere. Neville's entire teaching was built on the principle that your internal state is the actual cause, and your external circumstances are the effect. This means paying attention to your internal state gives you genuine, actionable information about where you currently stand in the process. Paying attention to external coincidences, on the other hand, often becomes an exercise in confirmation bias, where you interpret ambiguous events as meaningful specifically because you're hoping they mean something, which doesn't actually tell you anything reliable about your internal state or the likelihood of your desired outcome. I want to address something important here, because I don't want to completely dismiss the human experience of noticing meaningful coincidences, since many people genuinely do report this. What's worth being honest about is that noticing a specific number repeatedly or a specific symbol showing up doesn't have any established, reliable mechanism connecting it to whether your desire will manifest or not. It might simply reflect the psychological phenomenon of selective attention. Once you're focused on something, you start noticing related things more often, not because the universe is sending signals, but because your brain is naturally primed to notice what you're already thinking about. This doesn't make the experience meaningless to you personally, but it's honest to acknowledge it as a psychological pattern, rather than proof of anything specific about your manifestation's timing. Let's talk about a fourth genuine internal shift that's actually useful and grounded. A change in your behavior and decision-making. When belief genuinely shifts, people often naturally start taking different actions, without forcing themselves through willpower alone. Someone who's genuinely settled into a new financial identity might naturally start negotiating more confidently, applying for opportunities they previously would have avoided, having conversations about money they previously would have felt too anxious to have. This isn't a mystical sign. It's a direct, logical consequence of an actual internal shift influencing real behavior, which is exactly the mechanism Neville's teaching points to in the first place. I want to be honest about something else here too. None of these internal shifts guarantee a specific external outcome will happen on a specific timeline. What they genuinely indicate is that your internal state has moved from anxious lack toward settled assumption, which, according to Neville's teaching, is the actual condition that allows manifestation to unfold, rather than a promise about exactly when or how it will show up externally. Let's talk about what to do if you notice these internal shifts happening, because recognizing them is useful specifically because it tells you what to continue doing and what to be cautious of. If you notice the urgency softening, the language naturally shifting, the need for reassurance decreasing, this suggests you're on a genuinely productive path, and the useful next step is simply continuing to hold that settled state, rather than disrupting it by anxiously searching for additional external confirmation that could pull you back into a state of doubt and checking. I also want to address something honestly. If you're not noticing any of these internal shifts yet, this doesn't mean something has gone wrong, or that manifestation doesn't work for you specifically. It simply means the underlying assumption hasn't fully settled yet, which is completely normal, especially for desires connected to long-held, deeply ingrained beliefs about yourself or your life. This is useful, actionable information rather than discouraging news. It tells you that continued, patient, consistent practice is still the relevant next step, rather than something being fundamentally wrong with the process itself. Let's talk about patience here, because this matters significantly. Genuine internal shifts, the kind we've been discussing, typically don't happen instantly after a single visualization session, especially for desires connected to deeply held, long-standing beliefs. It's completely normal to notice partial shifts, feeling calmer about the desire on some days, still feeling urgent or anxious on others, as the new assumption gradually becomes more consistently dominant over the old one. This gradual, sometimes inconsistent process is normal, not evidence that something is failing. I want to address something important about external timing too, because this is honestly one of the most commonly misunderstood aspects of this entire topic. Even once genuine internal assumption has settled in, Neville never claimed there was a fixed, predictable timeline for external manifestation to follow. Some outcomes seem to align relatively quickly with a settled internal state, others take considerably longer, often for reasons involving complex, real-world factors completely outside anyone's direct control. This is why focusing on internal indicators, rather than external timing predictions, remains the more honest, more useful approach, since it gives you accurate information about your own internal process, rather than false certainty about external events you can't actually control or predict with precision. Let's talk about something else worth mentioning honestly: the difference between genuine, settled belief and forced performative calm. Some people, upon hearing that anxious checking works against them, try to force themselves into appearing calm on the surface, while genuine anxiety continues running underneath, essentially performing calmness rather than actually experiencing it. This performative calm doesn't produce the same internal shift as genuine settled assumption, because the underlying feeling, not the surface behavior, is what Neville's teaching actually points to as significant. This is why forcing yourself to stop checking your phone, while still feeling anxious internally every time you think about your desire, doesn't produce the same result as genuinely, internally settling into calm certainty. So here's what I'd actually suggest. Rather than searching for external signs that may or may not mean anything reliable, pay attention to your own internal relationship with your desire over time. Notice whether the urgency is genuinely softening, whether your language around it is naturally shifting toward assumed rather than hopeful phrasing, whether you're needing less external reassurance to feel secure in your belief, whether your natural behavior and decisions are beginning to shift in alignment with the new identity you're cultivating. These are the honest, grounded indicators worth actually paying attention to, not because they guarantee a specific external timeline, but because they accurately reflect the internal shift that Neville's entire teaching identifies as the actual, real mechanism behind manifestation in the first place. I want to leave you with this honest thought. So much content about signs focuses on external coincidences that feel exciting and mysterious, but ultimately offer little reliable, actionable information about your actual internal progress. The genuine, useful signs worth paying attention to are quieter, less dramatic, but far more honest. A softening of urgency, a shift in how you speak, a reduction in the need for reassurance, natural changes in your behavior and decisions. These internal shifts won't tell you exactly when your external circumstances will change, but they will honestly tell you whether you're genuinely moving from anxious wanting towards settled, calm assumption, which, according to Neville's real teaching, is the actual condition worth building, regardless of how quickly or slowly your external world eventually catches up to reflect it.